Foi a atitude deles que ajudou que outras bandas, então, confiassem na maluquice que era fazer um festival dessa dimensão no Brasil, quando o Brasil não estava minimamente preparado, né, para a gente receber um evento daquela dimensão. E mais do que isso, mais do que essa importância, eles emprestaram toda a base de equipamento de luz. Todas as bandas usaram o grid de luz do Queen em 85. Então, se não tivesse isso, eles deram um suporte técnico para a equipe absolutamente único, porque a gente não estava habituado a lidar com aquilo. Então, se não tivesse sido a participação deles e essa gentileza também, essa partilhar com todas as outras bandas o material que eles próprios tinham trazido, a gente não tinha essa mesma história para contar, não seria o mesmo Rock in Rio, e quem sabe lá se a gente tinha conseguido viabilizar. Então, não só o Queen teve dos momentos mais importantes, né, sem dúvida nenhuma, a grande imagem dos 30 anos do Rock in Rio é o Queen com Love of My Life, e a gente está realmente muito emocionado de ter eles aqui. Vai ser uma noite muito especial. A gente sabe que muitos dos fãs que estão indo na primeira edição, no primeiro dia do evento, vão porque foram à edição de 85 e vão estar lá para se emocionar e poder ter o privilégio de estar com eles novamente naquele contexto de Rock in Rio. A gente está fazendo uma homenagem simbólica a eles todos os dias de evento. A gente vai ter o show piromusical tradicional, só que dessa vez feito com a música Bohemian Rhapsody, com mix com a música do Rock in Rio, que vai ser a abertura do Palco Mundo todas as noites por 4 minutos. Então, essa é uma gentileza. So, I basically said the same thing I told you. I mean, how important you were to the event to exist, how we are here today because of you, for sure, and how you are the icon for these 30 years of the event. And we are really, really happy to have you here again. And I was telling them for the first time that we are doing this special moment every night to open the main stage with Bohemian Rhapsody and the fireworks show. I mean, just to celebrate and to show you how happy we are. So, really welcome to Rock in Rio and to Rio.
Thanks, Roberta.
A gente vai abrir para perguntas, é só levantar o dedo e a gente vai atendendo a cada um, tá? Vou pedir para que se apresente, falando o nome e o veículo.
Ivani Flora, SIC Television from Portugal. Brian and Roger, which memories do you have about the concert in 1985? And Adam, you are going to have a revival.
We have good. What memories do we have of? Yeah, well, it was an amazing time, really incredible, and I think we were shocked at how the audience understood every word of every song and could sing, because at that time it wasn't so common, you know, in where we come from, for people to sing every song, and particularly "Love of My Life," of course, you know, which the audience completely took over, and really, Brazil kind of created something special from Love of My Life, and it remains very special. But we remember the show very well. It was enormous, incredible. The audience went on forever and made the most incredible noise, and I think it did something for us. It gave us some special energy.
I think it was a great compliment to us when all of the Brazilian audience, which was huge, sang in our language, which was, we are very poor at your language, and we're very bad at it, but it was a great compliment when everybody, they seemed to know the words and they sang along with great joy. It was great. It gave us great joy.
It was an amazing thing because really, as Roberta has said, this was something new. People really did not come from England down here and do the whole show. Usually they would come down and do a little show because they couldn't bring the equipment. We brought everything, along with Roberta's dad. You know, we put the first huge sound system together, the first huge light system together. And for everyone, it was a first. It was something special, and I think it broke down some barriers, and Rock in Rio is now an international phenomenon, and we feel very proud to have been a part of the very beginnings of that.
I was 3 when that happened. And so I do not remember it, but I've definitely, you know, now getting to sing with the band, I've done my share of research, of course, and I've seen plenty of documentaries and concert footage, and it seems like the Brazilian audience was incredible that night, those 2 nights. And I've been told that these audiences are some of the best in the world, and I can't wait to meet everybody. It's my first time here. Yeah.
That's great. Roberto was also saying it's an issue of confidence. We really, when this was first discussed, we had no idea if we could pull it off. We thought we would come down here and play a theater to 1,000 people or something. But Roberto and Jim Beach and Jerry Stickles did all the calculations or whatever they did, and they said, no, we can actually do this. We can do this to 100,000, I don't know, 200,000, I don't know how many people. How many? 250,000, yeah. So it was a great issue of confidence and risk to put this on, and then finally to see it all happen and feel it happen. Yeah, an incredible milestone. So we're hoping this is going to be a milestone too. I think they're going to love this guy. I mean, you guys have a treat in store for you, I tell you. Unbelievable.
Yes, we've been all around a lot of the world now with Adam, and everywhere it's been fantastic. So here it's going to be hopefully even more fantastic.
Hello, I'm Fernanda from
Hello.
TV Globo. I actually have 2 questions. First of all, Adam, and what do you are you guys going to play all the biggest success? Can the audience expect all the biggest success? And what do you guys expect now after that, the huge night? And you have time to sightsee and to visit Rio, especially you, the first time, because we are doing for a local news, and everybody wants to know if you're going to some places in Rio, or no, just work.
Which question? Yeah, I want to go out. Hell yeah. Pass the tequila. It's, but more importantly, we do have to rehearse because it's been about 6 months since we've done any shows, so it takes a second to kind of get back into the groove. So we're going to be doing that over the next few days. Obviously, I'm going to save the best party for on stage, not off. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I would like to sightsee. I need to ask some people to take me around, I think. Yeah. I'm very excited to be here. Very excited.
It's very nice to be in this hotel, actually, as well, because a couple of times we've been since we couldn't stay in the Copacabana Palace, and now we're back, and all the memories flood back from the time when we were here with Freddie. I mean, it was insane. It was very, very, we partied a lot in those days, particularly our singer, and it was kind of unforgettable, the whole thing, incredible. And we had a big party afterwards around that big pool in the center of this hotel. So it's very nostalgic for us, but also new. I mean, we're so lucky. 30 years later, we can still come back and do this. It's incredible. We're still alive. Our bodies still work, and we can still do that thing. So, and we have him.
Hello, I'm Fabio from O Dia newspaper. And I want to know if you are planning something special for the show, because 1985 was so memorable, having Fred Mercury singing and all people singing together. And how do you expect this specific part of the show? Are you planning to sing something special or do something special?
The show is special. It's so special.
Can we expect any surprise?
Maybe?
Yeah, so we're not going to tell you, obviously.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons we're here now. We have to rehearse and put this show together now. So, and we'll try and think of something interesting and new and special for Rio and Brazil.
And a lot of the best moments happen just kind of impromptu. They're spontaneous. They just happen. I think we all are a big fan of those kind of moments, and you get those moments when you're really connecting with the audience. So hopefully, from what I hear, the audiences down here are pretty passionate. So I'm sure we're going to have a moment.
We have some special moments planned which involve Freddie. So you will be able to see Freddie as part of the show, just a little bit. Not too much because we don't rely on that. But we created all this stuff with Freddie in the beginning, so it's wonderful to have him there. And his presence, I think you'll find, is very strong in the show. Not to the extent that it would overshadow Adam, who's presenting. You know, he's our front man, and wonderful front man.
It's important. I think it's important to have Freddie's presence on. I mean, he's present for me in every song because that's how I became aware of these songs. You know, that's who I listened to, and obviously, you know, I think it's really exciting that we get to kind of communicate that to the audience. Like, we're celebrating the band. You know, these are the originals of these songs, and these guys can still play their asses off. So it's exciting to get up on stage and rock it out.
Yeah, it is exciting. I mean, I hope this comes across. You know, I realize that there will be some people there who saw us in the 1980s, and they will be there with their children, with their grandchildren maybe. And it's a great moment of bonding, I think, you know, for us all, because I have grandchildren too, you know, strangely enough.
I think we're lucky now that Brian and I can still play, and I'm not sure how much longer we can play for, but but this might be the last time, I don't know.
Oh.
So get your tickets. Keep your tickets. Yeah.
Sell your ticket.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Rafael Salido from Agencia F. Well, I was wondering, everybody, I mean, 30 years ago, Queen was such a huge thing. But nowadays, it's been 30 years, and it's not the same doing a show for specific fans of Queen with Adam than going into a festival where there will be crowds of young people who may hardly even know you, or have you...
I think you'd be surprised.
I
think the young people do know us very well, yeah.
I've been surprised at that all over the world. I mean, the audiences that we've had in North America, in the UK, in Europe, in Australia, in Asia, all ages, every night. You know, you see people that probably saw the band the first time around, and then they bring their kids, and those kids' kids. So it's really, it is kind of like a family, it's a family event. We don't pretend like we're playing to little children, but but it's still rock and roll. But it's, yeah, I mean, everybody knows the songs. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is great, and also it's full strength. You know, we're not kind of diluted in any sense. You know, because Adam is the real deal. You know, and there's really nothing we can't attempt that we could attempt in 1985. In fact, in some ways, I think we do it better now. You know, I think even Freddie would say that. You know, things have changed. Roger and I have actually learned a lot over 30 years. And I think we play better than we ever could in those days. And we have a little more kind of maturity and roundness in the way we approach a show. I guess we're more conscious now, you know. And Adam really gives us this spur. He gives us new energy, new passion. And he doesn't lie down, you know. He doesn't say, oh, yes, I'm going to just do it the same way Freddie did it. He says, well, let's try this, let's try this. So again, as in 1985, we're a living entity. We're not a fossil. We're a band that's developing and excited about the fact that we're here.
I also think that some of the younger audience that will be there, they might not know us as individuals, you know, they're too young, but I think they do know at least some of those songs, and they're in there, and hopefully they're in here as well. But yeah, so it's surprising.
Does that answer the question? I'm not sure what the question was.
Hi, I'm Roberta from Estadão. We wonder why you arrived so early, because we still have 8 days to the show. So we are wondering, what do you... did you come here to rehearse or to rehearse?
We come here to work and acclimatize, yeah. So we'll do rehearsals here. We then do production rehearsals because it's technically it's a new show. So yeah, we take these things very seriously. We try not to take ourselves too seriously, but we take the show very seriously. So we will work from now until that first show.
Hi, I'm Silvio from O Globo newspaper, and this time you play with the same backing musicians, Roger's son, and who's gonna play with you as the band?
Yeah, my son is helping. He's a younger, stronger model, and he's helping with the percussion, and then sometimes we do a little drum battle, so that helps us. We have a great bass player called Neil Fairclough, who has been with us for quite a few years. He's great, sings great. And we have Spike Edney on the keyboards, who is, he's the guy that remembers everything that the old guys forget. So.
Hi, I'm Livio from the cable channel that will be broadcasting your show live. I was wondering, Adam, this will be your first show in Brazil when you're starting at a huge festival, the biggest in Brazil, for playing for 80 people, for 80,000 people, fronting Queen. How the stakes are really high. Do you agree?
Thanks for reminding me. I think at this point what's so cool about it is that now we've done this around the world. And so I feel I'm not intimidated like I was maybe 3 years ago when we first started. I feel excited and I feel ready for the challenge and I feel so ready to connect with the Brazilian fans. You know, I've gotten tweets and Facebook messages for years now from my fans down here and I've never been. So to be able to connect finally is going to be great. And to do it with the greatest rock man in the world singing these incredible songs. I mean, it's like, I'm pretty good. I'm happy. I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Actually, the first show we ever did with Adam, we didn't really tell him, was a free show in Ukraine. And I think there was about 250,000 people. So that was the first show. And he did great. So,
that was a lot.
So,
yeah, exactly. The stakes have always been high, and especially today with, you know, everybody with their phones up and taping everything. I mean, everybody sees everything everywhere, so it's kind of like every show is high stakes.
Yeah, there's no hiding these days. You have to be what you are and be proud of it, really. I mean, Adam, as you probably can see here, is this great mixture of very wonderful and proper confidence, but also a certain amount of humility. You know, he's always aware of what the job is, but he's confident that he can do it because he knows he has it inside him, you know. So you'll see this on the stage, you know. This is not a man who's arrogant. This is a man who knows what the job is and is more than equal to it and loves it, you know. So we have to love what we do, and that's what you see.
Hi, Jean-Marie França, Independent. Brian, that's for you. I'm here, the big bird, okay? Brian once said that if you could choose how you would be remembered, you said that it would be for the welfare of animals instead of astrophysics or even the music. Is that an important fight for you? And let's remember that there was a big fuss about the killing of a lion recently, Cecil in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, well, it's probably good that you can't choose how you're remembered, can you? Nobody can choose that. Can I speak louder? Yeah.
I got 50 years of rock and roll, so I have those.
You've been too close to the PA. Yeah.
Tissue in there.
Yeah, well, for me, all these things matter, yes. And I've spent a lot of time recently defending animals because I think our relationship with them needs updating. You know, I think we really have destroyed so much of our fellow creatures on this planet and the planet itself. So, yeah, I spend a lot of time. But, you know, I'm happy to be remembered just as a person who did the best he could in all these different areas. And I'm very fortunate to have had all these areas to work in. And I suppose the great thing is what Queen has brought all of us is the ability to work with the best people in every sphere. You get to, the doors open and you can work with the absolute top people in every department. And that's a great privilege and something you have to be grateful for.
Hi. Brian said a couple of times that Adam is the real deal. And I want to know if you two see in him, what are the similarities and differences between him and Freddie?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing really quick, is that I wish I could play piano and write a song like Freddie. I'm not nearly as skilled in that department at all. So I really, you know, it's something to consider, is that not only was he an incredible vocalist and an incredible performer, but he was a writer. I mean, like, serious writer. I wish I could do that. So, go ahead. Sorry.
Interesting.
I wish.
Well, there are differences, you know, but I think perhaps the greatest thing about Freddie is his connection with people, with an audience. And Adam has that. And I don't think that's something you can learn. I think it's something which you either perhaps have in you or not. You have to dedicate yourself, you know. And Adam, like Freddie, is dedicated to his art. But without that, whatever that wonderful talent is, I don't think it would happen, you know. When Adam walks onto a stage, it's not Freddie, you know, and it's not him trying to be Freddie. But when Adam walks on and when Freddie walks on, something happens. There's some kind of catalytic action happens between people. And it's a very rare and special thing. So I would say that's something that Adam and Freddie share. And I know Freddie would agree with that. I mean, without even speaking about the voice, I mean, the voice, they both had and have incredible voices. You know, I mean, the kind of voice that you don't find in a billion people. And of course, the voice is very special, but it's not enough. You have to have the will and the spirit to use that wonderful instrument that you've been given. To make that connection with the people.
And the costumes. The frocks.
See, this is what he has.
It's important.
I think it's very important that people make up their own minds. So when Adam's not trying to be Freddie in any way, and I think people will be able to judge when we play.
When did you notice it? Since from the American Idol, or from the beginning, or when it happened? You said, oh, he's going to sing with us.
To be honest, it was gradual, and we just gradually came together. We didn't go, oh, we have to have this, you know, and Adam didn't say, oh, I have to do this. You know, it happened. We knew each other from American Idol, and we thought, this could be interesting. But we took our time, and I guess you wait for a little door to open. Mm-hmm. The door that opened was Dublin, right? We were both asked to play an awards show in Dublin. So we thought, how interesting it would be if we did it together. And we did 3 songs, I think. We did Rock You, Champions, and Show Must Go On. Yeah. And everybody, including us, went, oh, this really does work. So then it was a gradual situation. And the next big cornerstone, I think, was the Heart Show. We did
in Vegas,
in Las Vegas, which was a longer show. But again, you know, just a taster of what we could do, like a half-hour show. Yeah. And everybody went, this is it, we want it. And we had calls from all around the world saying, we want Queen and Adam Lambert.
And it felt like every time we kind of reached one of those milestones, something had shifted into, you know, clicking even better. I know that when we did the show in Vegas, the iHeartRadio show, it was, you know, the shows previous to that were great and a lot of fun and big shows. We did, you know, a couple shows in London, we did shows in Eastern Europe, but that Vegas show, something else happened. And I think it was just comfort and familiarity, and it felt so good. And the audience definitely let us know. So. Yeah,
a half-hour show turned into a 2.5-hour world tour.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see a huge expectation about you sing Love of My Life. We will have it. Hello.
Sorry.
And we can see a huge expectation about you sing Love of My Life. We will have it.
Well, we have an expectation, I think. I mean, I have to go. See, I mean, Freddie's not there, but we do it in a special way which involves Freddie, as you will see. But I have great confidence that I don't have to sing very much because the audience will sing it, and I'm looking forward to that.
Hi, my name is Stacy of a website Virgula. And all shows in Brazil will be the same, or will have different things? Is the same set list? Maybe surprises?
Same set list as 30 years ago?
No. No. No.
I don't know what he was asking.
No. The shows in Rock in Rio, São Paulo, in Porto Alegre.
Oh, I see.
Well, the answer is we don't know yet. I mean, normally after a show we have a little kind of discussion of some kind, and we'll say, well, this really worked well, but maybe we should try this and this. So that I'm sure there will be small changes between shows. Whether there will be any big changes, I don't know. It's actually hard to play everybody's expectations, because you will always come off and people say, oh, you didn't play Keep Yourself Alive, or you didn't play Save Me, or whatever we didn't do, you know, Don't Stop Me Now. So certain things get changed around, and you can't do everything. It's just not possible. You know, we have, as Prince would say, we have too many hits.
But I think there will be differences in the shows, definitely.
Yeah. It's
we
also
don't know
interesting.
what they are, though.
Yeah, sorry, Raj. Sorry. Yeah. It's also interesting because you know, you don't just want to play hits. It's nice for us to have a little bit of room to do improvisation and to try things out. Like we did Dragon Attack for a while, which is not the biggest hit in the world, but
So fun, so fun.
Gave us an opportunity to have fun on stage. You know,
Yeah.
so it's nice to do things which are not hits, but then you got to play the hits as well, because otherwise people will go away and feel sad.
Thank you very much. I'm sure this is going to be the show for the next 30 years of Rock in Rio. I'm pretty sure about that. It's going to be a very special night. Yes, a lot of people are going to be there. They are going to be there. We're in the first one for sure, and I mean that's going to be very emotional. And I would like to thank you also for being part of ours, for supporting our social project that we have a guitar being auctioning with your signature that you might know. I mean, you can check in our website. So it's going to be also. Thank you for that also. But again, that's going to be an amazing concert. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now we go to work.